December 20th, 2019 marked the darkest day in Star Wars history. Rey Skywalker, Master of the Force, Queen of the Box Office, Jakku's Woman of the People, said goodbye to the saga. Who could fill the hole left by Star Wars' immeasurably powerful Palpatine? Baby Yoda, cute as a button, hungry as a fox, and as strong as a Sith. Audiences lapped up the little green man's adventures with space cowboy Din Djarin. Season 1 had more fresh tomatoes than La Tomatina. The Star Wars fandom rejoiced like Ewoks on Endor. Star Wars was in safe hands, little green hands. The future looked brighter than binary suns. But there was a problem. The patriarchy struck back. After so much progression, Star Wars reverted to type. The Mandalorian was more man and less DeLorean. The franchise was not back to the future, but to its patriarchal past. Luke and Yoda, Din and the Foundling, ring-a-ding-ding. All of Rey's efforts to rid the galaxy of toxic masculinity the only woman who shows her face in Season 1, the one who must not be named. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni knew it was time for change. A sex change. Rey paved the way, now Din and Dom must make way.
This is the way.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
From Season 2, the Mandalorian must start his transition to the Woman DeLorean. Here are the 5 women
Let's go, girls.
who saved Star Wars. Bo-Katan, Bo-Yakasha, Little Bo, Men Must Weep. Starbuck is the new star of Star Wars. When Din Djarin rides the Pirates of the Caribbean and finds himself in hot water, it is Bo-Katan and her band of merry Mando women who save him from doing a DiCaprio. Unlike Din and his lifelong commitment to Daft Punk dress-up, she removes her helmet before he can even finish his first sentence. The next sentence could be his last.
You are not Mandalorian. He's one of them.
One more word, sexist mouth breather, and you'll be back fighting for air.
I am Bo-Katan, and you are a child religious zealot.
In Season 1, he was the man with no name. Now, the granddad from Gran Torino.
Why can't you people just leave me alone?
Bo wins the stubborn Mandamale over with her fighting prowess and natural-born leadership.
You will help me take this ship.
You're changing the terms of the deal.
This is the way.
From this day, Din knows there is a new Dong in town. Bo takes her seat on the throne, saves him from drowning again, and reclaims the Darksaber to make the Mando Queen coronation official. Season 3, the season of Bo-Katan. Din Djarin didn't see you. Bo steals the show and becomes the man, the woman, the Mandalorian. Season 4, Din Djarin, Din Grogu, didn't bother coming back because this is now a Bo-Katan story.
This is the way.
Fennec doesn't give a feck who's in charge. Boba Fett may have accomplished the feat of surviving the Sarlacc pit,
I don't like Sam.
but she has no fetish for playing Omega to Alpha. Half woman, half machine, she is ninja, Xena, and the one who calls the shots.
Enough food.
Have some food.
Boba is the leader of Mos Espa, follower of Fennec the Fearless. One wonders if the Book of Boba Fett was written by Fennec, for he spends half his story daydreaming in the bathtub and the other half watching her get wet. This is not the Book of Boba, but the folio of Fennec. In the final chapter, Boba relinquishes power completely.
We are not suited for this.
If not us, then who?
To a Chewbacca who looks more like Harry with the Hendersons, and a non-binary Biff Spiker gang. Forget the Duchess of Sussex. Now we have the Duchess of Star Wars, and this is one who can be queen. Instead of Prince Harry, she has Captain Bombardier by the balls. Before, the people of Star Wars had less colour than the people of Transylvania. Not anymore. She adds some much needed diversity, femininity, and weight. Why are there no plus-size Jedis? Why no body-positive banthas? The problem was deep-rooted prejudice, and the solution is the dough-bodied Duchess, who's not afraid to lay out a feast. Jack Black may be whiter than Wall Street, but it is his wife who lights up the room.
We fell in love.
We did fall in love.
They are...
We are both royals and elected leaders.
That's right. Unlike His Real Majesty, they are elected, and they don't believe in the military.
And the Mandalorian privateer warships docked in your fields?
We hire them for protection. Our charter forbids us from having a military.
All of our resources go to growth and the people.
The Mandalorian agrees to help them deal with a malfunctioning battle droid, but checks in with her assistant first.
What do you think?
It turns out Doc forgot to take his own medicine and turned the droids on their ever-full eminence.
Is there no room for a little bit of forgiveness in a galaxy so vast?
I am sorry to have disappointed you, my lady.
He's not going back to the future, he's going into exile.
On the moon of Paraquat.
Doc breathes a sigh of relief.
I don't believe it!
That's not the one with the Ewoks. The Mando with no name becomes the man of...
Milady.
Fresh off freeing Quantum Mania, Elia Kane is here to liberate a new realm and restore femininity to the galaxy. Her inspirational story is so important that it takes up the entirety of Season 3, Episode 3. There's a nutty professor on the loose in Coruscant, but instead of cutting higher weight people down to size, a box of Stormtrooper biscuits is all it takes for him to seize the opportunity, not to binge eat, but to revive his dark side cloning research. A plus-sized mistake. Elia, his new BFF, is no friend forever, she's simply the best at what she does, which is entrapping men and preventing them from re-establishing the patriarchy.
Good morning.
An undercover agent, a woman in black, she wipes his mind free of toxic male urges. Tea and biscuits, anyone? Kane unmasks herself as an agent of Moff Gideon and promptly disappears into the set of Blade Runner. Will she be the heel to Bo-Katan's heroine in Season 4? Ahsoka is no sucker. In the prequel trilogy, she was barely an Easter egg. In the Clone Wars, second fiddle to Anakin. Now, worthy of her own series in which she blows men to pieces. In her first meeting with Din Djarin, she goes toe-to-toe and is ready to rip the whole foot off. But the sight of little green Grogu and his cute little bitty green face allows Din to stay upright. Double lightsabers, far too much power for Norma Bates. Ahsoka is the one who goes psycho. She frees Caladan from the rule of a white middle-aged male magistrate and hands it back to the people who really matter. People from diverse backgrounds. Ah, so that's who Ahsoka is. Robin Hood. But without the robbing, the hood, but plenty of the social justice. Star Wars, we salute you. When Rey waved goodbye to the Star Wars galaxy, it was as if a million voices cried out in terror. The Jakku Jedi, who had done so much to free the galaxy from the patriarchy, was no more. Who would take up the mantle, the womantle? A green baby who would one day become a green man, a Mandalorian? Star Wars has now restored peace to the galaxy with a cast of strong, independent women who can rule the roost until Rey's rightful return. May the force of femininity be with you.
Din Djarin, have you ever removed your helmet?
Oh my God!
Then you are a Mandalorian no more.